Welcome to the Devolution, a show to empower, enlighten, and entertain divas and those that love us. And here's your host, Deb St.Hilaire.
Hello, lovelies, and how are you tonight? So Greg gives us all this different wine right there. That's so much better. My mic is. He gives us all these different wines, and I really love. If you saw a picture on Facebook, the one that we have tonight, I kind of am basing the show around because it's really cool. It's called Risk Taker. And it's a California blend, and the label is phenomenal, and the box is like that. I saved the box because we have to take that box places. It's really cool. That box is going places.
I always knew you had a cool box.
Yeah. But you had no idea it was that cool.
I know.
So it's called Risk Taker, and I just took my first sip, and whoo-wee! It's a California red blend. And our guest here is Kristie Moe.
Hey.
And what do you think of this?
It's strong, baby.
It knocked me back a little bit.
It's a strong one, but the label is spectacular.
It is. So you have to look at the picture. It's so diva-ish, the label is. And the fact that it's Risk Taker. So that is our theme tonight. Risk taker and change, but not just any change. It's unplanned change. Ooh. It's that kind of change that when life throws you a curveball, which we've all in this room had. So it'll be interesting. Interesting show. So I welcome Kristie Moe to the show.
Having me.
And I am looking for your bio. I'm ill-prepared.
Bios are boring.
And I just brush over them.
Yeah.
But it's nice for me to know this stuff. So one of the reasons why I think that our subject is so appropriate for you is because life has thrown you tons of curveballs.
To say the least. My mitt is very good at catching them.
It is.
Yeah.
Well-worn mitt.
Well-worn mitt. Well-worn mitt.
Yes. I'm glad you picked up on that. That's fun. So, you've been a lot of things in your life.
True.
So do you like change?
I love change. I'm a quitter, and I'm proud of that.
When it no longer serves your purpose.
I think if you're not out there trying everything, you don't know what's going to stick, and you don't know what you like. And I have no shame in that I have tried everything to my little heart's content, and what doesn't work for me, I leave. I have no shame in that.
I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, because there's too many people that are doing the same thing and complain about it, that they're unhappy doing it, and yet they continue to do it. And what's the definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results.
So you're not insane. I don't care what everybody says.
Well, I learned to live with my insanity, but mine's a little different breed.
You've more than lived with it. You've embraced it.
I have embraced it. I have.
That.
I think life is nothing if not an adventure. And if you feel stuck in something, go try something you've never tried before. If it doesn't work, quit, move on to the next thing. You've only got so many years.
Yep, that's right. Here's to you. I'll
Cheers.
drink to that. So you are a risk taker.
I am.
What do you think makes you different? Why are there, and not just you, there's a lot of people out there that are risk takers that are quitters. Mm-hmm. And I put that in parentheses, that seekers. Why?
Why do we do that? Or what's
why?
different?
What makes those people different?
We don't care about societal expectations or what people think. It's incredibly liberating to really say, I'm going to be happy with me. And today I want to go, I don't know. I do so many crazy things. It's hard to come up with one. When I was 40, I started painting. I had never painted before. I have a lot of artist friends, and my one friend said, here, have a big canvas, do something. And I said, I'm not talented. She said, no, I'm sure you are.
I'm sure you are.
So I just started painting. And now, as it turns out, I love to paint. And I do it. And I sell my art for a lot of money, actually. But I didn't start painting till I was 40 because I was told, you're not an artist. You cannot do that.
So that's a lot of problem. That's a problem for a lot of people. Memes, learned behaviors.
Oh, absolutely.
And they squelch your creativity.
Absolutely. And expectations. And really, it's what we think the expectations are and trying to fit into those expectations that keeps us down. When you stop caring really about what other people think, because people are going to love you or they're not going to love you. There is no amount of activity you can do to make somebody love you. So do what you want. The people who really love you unconditionally are going to love you anyway. Take those chances.
And don't chase after the ones that don't.
Exactly.
You know, that's a hard lesson to learn. Let's talk about that a little bit.
All right.
Because, you know, when you're a teenager and there's cliques and stuff, you try so hard to fit in. And if you told a teenager that, they would be sad. I mean, they would say, no, I have to fit in with that group.
I think it's more prevalent today that teens are saying, that's not me and I can be my own person. When I was a teenager, I was a people pleaser, very much a people pleaser, which caused me to morph a lot and quit for entirely different reasons. I wanted to please every group of people. I wanted to please my parents. I wanted to please my church family. I wanted to please my social crowd. I wanted to please the other social crowd. So I did a lot of things, tried a lot of things, and quit a lot of things based on who I felt liked me best at the time.
And I think a lot of teenagers do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And take grief for it. When you're a teenager and you're doing things that don't suit you to fit in. I drank a lot when I was a teenager. A lot. I did.
No.
I did, and I didn't want to. I had no desire to drink alcohol.
But to fit in.
To fit in, I drank alcohol because I thought it was what I was supposed to do. That's not the kind of risk I care to encourage.
Right.
Take the risk. Do the things that you're inclined to do naturally, not that you think will impress other people.
Right. Say that again. That's like a truism.
Take the kind of risks you are personally inclined to take, not the risks you think will impress other people.
Wow. That statement is profound.
Oh, thanks.
Listen, teenagers.
And adults.
And adults, right. That is, if you lived your life like that, what a difference that would make.
It does. It does, really. And I really came into that in my late 20s. Is when I really decided that life is just too short, at least this one. And I've only got one go round at this whole Kristie human thing. And so I was going to try everything I wanted to try before it was too late. You're writing things down.
I am, but I can't remember it already. Take the risks
you are
that
personally inclined
to
take.
It was all those big words.
Yeah, personally, that's a really big word.
And inclined.
As opposed to the risks you think will impress other people.
Talk amongst yourselves a minute.
So you look nice, Sandy.
Well, thank you. So do you.
Oh, thanks.
I like your hair especially.
Thanks. I blew dry it forward today.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new. It's new. How do you feel about this? My friend made it for me. It's a necklace.
I like that necklace.
See, I know talented people.
Yes,
Okay, I'm done.
Now we're done with all the compliments.
Oh, goofballs.
Really, your necklace is
I have
ugly.
goofy women here. You know, Sandy says something a lot that if it doesn't make her happy, she doesn't do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's kind of a
Not
roundabout
fun.
way
If it's not fun,
if it's not fun.
I say that to Michael, who is my darling and incredibly patient husband all the time. I don't understand why more people don't just want to have fun. Why don't more people try to have fun?
And laugh. You know, that's one of we laugh an awful lot. And it feels so good to like on Wednesday, the first Wednesday of every month, we get together at Vino. And some Wednesday nights, we're all crying. We're laughing. And then we don't even know half the time what started it.
Yeah.
But it'll just keep going and going. And, oh, my gosh, I love that so much.
It's important.
It is.
It's important to laugh. It's important to have fun. It's important to not take yourself too seriously.
Right. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yep. Yeah. So anyway, back to this thing. So you have gone through a lot of changes in
Absolutely.
the past, 20 years?
Well, 15 or so, yeah.
15?
Mm-hmm.
So it all started,
When I got divorced. Mm-hmm.
and that'll change it.
Well, it was the decision to get divorced that really started the process. My ex-husband is a great guy. We're very, very close. We're very good friends. We were never meant to be married.
Mm-hmm.
We have a great son who's 23 and super amazing and does all of his own cool stuff. But we had probably what was the best year of our marriage. And he threw me a big 30th birthday party. And shortly thereafter that, I said, I don't want to be married anymore. And we decided to divorce. And that gave me freedom to not continue in the mold. We had been dating since I was 15.
Oh my God.
So we had been together 15. By the time our divorce was final, we'd been together almost 16 years. And I was only 30.
And that's your major growing up time,
Yeah.
15 to that.
Exactly.
Wow.
And it gave me the freedom to not be that person that I thought I was supposed to be, to start becoming the person I was, or exploring the options I had available.
Right.
So that was my major decision that catapulted me into this zany person I am today.
Thank God that happened.
I know, right?
You know, and it's funny when I think back, I left Ohio when I was, 21, 22, to go to California.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think if I would have stayed, how different I would have been. And I'm a seeker, obviously. I'm a seeker. And so many of my cousins stayed, and they're wonderful, fun, just splendid people. But most of them never had the urge to leave.
Oh, I have wanderlust something terrible. I'm 44 years old, and the house we live in now is my 53rd address.
Oh, my God. I wonder, that's interesting. I never sat down and added mine up.
I have tired of moving.
I don't. I don't get tired of moving. I like meeting new people, seeing new places, doing new things.
It's fun to reinvent yourself. That's what I love so much about it.
I don't know that. Well, I reinvent myself every day. I really do. Every day for me is a surprise. Imagine poor husband. But we bought our house last year. Actually, we closed a year ago this week in Bay City, and I had a panic attack. Like, what does that mean? Does that mean we can't leave? Does that mean I can't go if I want to? What if I want to leave? But it's been great, and I love Bay City so much that it's
nice
been
here.
Fantastic.
I've liked living here too. So that was 15 years ago.
Yes.
And then when did your health start changing?
About the same time, actually. I had it was before I got divorced. I had a lot of neurological issues, was dropping things, had foot drop, sometimes couldn't walk. Yeah, and doctors tried to find things, and I was very overweight. I topped out. Well, the highest I know I ever weighed was 310. But I could have weighed more than that. Honestly,
I can't hardly believe that.
I can't imagine that either.
I will show you
because
pictures.
you're not very tall.
No, I'm 5'4".
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I will.
And why do you think you were that
I
heavy?
was hiding. I hid behind my weight. It's very easy to be the jovial fat girl. I do theater and did a lot of theater, and you get sidekick roles, but you don't have to worry about so much being a lead. And people always look to you for humor. You think it wards off sexual advances, which comes from my childhood, needing that barrier protection. And I know now that's why I held on to the weight.
And you were safe there.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I thought I was.
Right.
Were you in Steel Magnolias at the Bay City?
Yes.
I was.
That's,
You're
remember
the
I
one
told
that
you,
you
my
went to.
friend, yes.
I just connected that.
Yeah.
Because I do the coat room there.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was Malin.
I love it.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a little bit too, because that was phenomenal. So you were hiding, and I know that feeling. That's from my background is in exercise physiology, and I worked with women like you, and they were always the ones that people said they have such a pretty face.
Oh, absolutely. I have a very pretty face, and I've been told that my whole life. But I started
You
dieting.
have a pretty everything.
Well, thank you. But I was told, my first diet was when I was 6 years old.
Oh my God.
And I wasn't heavy. I developed a lot faster than most girls. I've been 5'4" since I was 10. I